Hey there, welcome to the overview screencast for the Foss Water Unit of Study. The Foss Water Unit of Study is taught in the 3rd grade in the Boston Public Schools. In this overview screencast, we will identify the big science ideas in the Foss Water Unit of Study. We will explore resources on the BPS Science Department website as well as Foss Web. We will look at scheduling for this unit, and we will identify opportunities to develop disciplinary literacy in science. Before we dive into this unit, let's take a moment to bookmark 2 important resources. The first resource is the Boston Public Schools Science Department website. The BPS Science Weebly is the place to find resources including information about how to order your science kits for the year, upcoming science PD opportunities, and science classroom observation tools. During this overview screencast, we will be looking at resources found in these 2 tabs: Student Learning Outcomes, Pacing Guides and Calendars, and Science and Literacy. So keep a tab open to the Weebly as you watch this video. Another helpful website is Foss Web. Water is a Foss unit of study. So when you go to the Foss website, you'll create a teacher login. I'm logged in as me. We'll go to my homepage. On the homepage, you can see your Foss modules. I'm going to scroll down, it's alphabetical, to the Water Unit of Study. As you can see, the premium content is activated. If you haven't activated your premium content for this unit of study, contact the Boston Public Schools Science Department for your activation code. I'm going to click on Water 2nd Edition. On this page, you're going to find all sorts of good stuff for teaching this module, including the e-teacher guide, so you don't have to carry that big, heavy teacher guide home if you want to do planning. You'll also find teacher preparation videos to show you how to conduct the investigations. Down a little farther, you'll find the investigation masters, including masters in English and Spanish, full sheet and half sheet, as well as taking Foss outdoors to conduct science in the schoolyard. And finally, student ebooks. So if you have iPads in the classroom, you can put the ebook on iPads, or you can project the ebook on a whiteboard or a smartboard. So the Foss Water Unit of Study explores big ideas in both physical science and earth science. You could find these big ideas on the Student Learning Outcomes document, which is found on the BPS Science Department website. So let's hop back over to the Weebly to take a look. We'll click on this first tab over here, Student Learning Outcomes, Pacing Guides and Calendars. The SLOs are at the top of the page by grade level. If you click on grade 3, it will download the SLO document to your desktop. Go ahead and pause the screencast so that you can download the document and maybe even print it. We're going to be looking closely at this document to get ready to teach the Water Unit of Study. Welcome back. So the overarching themes for this unit are listed on the top row of the SLO chart. They include properties of water, direction and rate of flow, surface tension, density, effects of temperature, states, solid and liquid, water power, evaporation, condensation, and the water cycle. In the right-hand column, you're going to find the actual student learning outcomes, which are the objectives for this unit. They're described in this column. Each student learning outcome includes correlations to the current Massachusetts science and technology engineering standards. So for example, in Investigation 1 water observations, you'll see that the student learning outcome is for students to describe surface tension as the skin-like surface of water that pulls it together into the smallest possible volume. And that correlates to the Massachusetts State Standard PS1 Physical Science 1 for grades 3 through 5, differentiate between properties of objects and properties of materials. Then you'll find all that nitty-gritty stuff on this document in terms of scheduling. This unit has 4 investigations. Each investigation takes between 8 and 9 40-minute sessions, and each investigation is designed to take place over the course of 3 weeks. This works out perfectly if you see your students 3 times a week for 40-minute sessions, but for many teachers, science might only happen once or twice a week. In the upcoming screencast for each investigation, we'll talk about ways to maximize your teaching time so that you can really hit those big science ideas for this unit. Next, you'll see on this document one line is in bold print, close reading, Foss Science Stories Why Pipes Burst, and that's in Investigation 2. The BPS Science Department developed close reading and text-dependent question sets for each unit of study in grades K through 12. Each close reading resource includes a complex nonfiction text and text-dependent questions that support close reading. So let's go back to the BPS Science Weebly to find the close reading resources for the FOSS-Water unit of study. So if you click on Science and Literacy in this left-hand column, and then scroll down to the bottom of the page, we'll click on Close Reading Resources. As we scroll down the page, you will find lots of resources and how-to guides about close reading, text-dependent questioning, and the Common Core. And then you'll find all of the grade level text selections. So if we go down to grade 3, Water, Why Perps Burst, you can find the text-dependent questions for the close reading selection that's in the FOSS Science story. We'll talk more about this in the screencast for Investigation 2, Hot Water, Cold Water. But now you know where to find that resource. Next, we're going to talk about CWA and MCAS, the Common Writing Assignment for Science, and MCAS Prep. So we're going to go back to that Science and Literacy page on the BPS Science Weebly again. And we're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. And this time we're going to click on Argumentation through CWA. On this page, you can find scoring rubrics, you can find graphic organizers, even a score calculation sheet for using the Common Writing Assignment in your science class. There are prompts for grades 3 through 8 by unit. So if we click on grade 3, Water, the Common Writing Assignment prompt will pop up. We'll talk a lot more about the Common Writing Assignment prompt in the Investigation 4 screencast for Water. I will say that I like to use the CWA prompt as both a pre-assessment and a post-assessment for each unit of study so that you can use it formatively. And finally, there is some MCAS prep resources that you can look at on the website as well. So even though there's no science MCAS for grade 3, students in grade 5 will be expected to answer questions pertaining to content that's covered in 3rd grade. So the grade 3 water questions are right here. If you click on it, it'll download as a Word document to your desktop, and then you can know what students will be expected to know in 5th grade when they take the state assessments. So I think that's what you need to know to get started to teach the water unit of study. I look forward to seeing you again in the screencasts for each investigation. Good luck getting started and happy teaching. If you have any other questions or want more information, check out the Boston Public Schools Science Department website at bpsscience.weebly.com. Thanks.